Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Priscilla and I film about faith, purpose and marriage. Today's video is very special. I don't know where to put it, under which category to put it, whether I should put it under faith, marriage or purpose, but I believe that it covers everything. But most importantly, it talks about faith. So I have a word which I believe is for someone. I don't know who this is for. But if you're like me, if you watch movies, whether it's Nigerian movies or even foreign movies, there's usually a scene where someone is sick and the person's relatives, loved ones, send him to the hospital. So let's just say that a woman is sick and she's sent to the hospital. Then we have this scene where after being rushed to the hospital because it's an emergency, she's attended to, and a few minutes later, a doctor comes out, and from his facial expression, you can already tell that he doesn't have good news to share. Then he goes like, "I'm sorry, we tried everything we could, but it's too late," or "we lost her," something like that. This scenario dropped in my spirit just as I was preparing to shoot this video. And I felt, look, there is a similar story in the Bible, except that the kind of doctor we have is different, and so the story did not end this way. Today, I would like to talk to you about Lazarus. How many of you know the story of Lazarus? I'm sure you do because it's a very, very popular story. So Lazarus was sick, and Lazarus had two sisters, Mary and Martha. And when Lazarus got sick, Mary and Martha sent for Jesus. And one of the things that is quite interesting to note, I love to pay attention to these details when I study the Bible, is the fact that when they sent for Jesus, they sent a message saying, "The one whom thou lovest is sick." So we are not talking about a stranger, we're talking about someone that Jesus loved. And Mary and Martha made sure that they added that clause to their message. The one whom thou lovest is sick. And guess what? When Jesus heard the news, he wasn't in the same city. So when he heard the news, he didn't leave immediately. You would think he would leave immediately. He didn't. He stayed where he was for 2 days before he finally left. I want you to note that Mary and Martha called Jesus to come and heal Lazarus, their brother. But because Jesus did not go immediately, by the time he got there, Lazarus had died for 4 days already. This is interesting, right? We need you to come and heal our brother. You don't come immediately, now he's dead. So this is similar to the scenario that I shared with you, at the beginning. This is like a too late case. This is like there is nothing we can do about it case. But it doesn't end this way. Jesus tells these women that if only you believe, your brother will live again. And so now it wasn't a healing case, it became a resurrection case because Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you are going through. I don't know what you've been waiting on the Lord for. But I do know that with God, there is nothing like it's too late. Because whatever looks like it's impossible, God can turn it around. Lazarus died. He hadn't just died. He died 4 days before Jesus got there. But that did not make his case impossible or too late for Jesus to take care of. He was raised from the dead. I just want you to know that just because you did not get the answer to your prayer when you wanted to get it, does not mean that it's too late. I want you to know that even if your situation has become worse, humanly speaking, it is not too difficult for God to solve. I want you to know that even if the doctors have told you that it's impossible, with God, it is possible. So if only you can activate your faith, God is going to turn that situation around. And you are going to have a bigger testimony than the one that you were expecting, to the glory of God. The reason that Jesus did not panic or rush as a matter of urgency to get to where Lazarus was because he knew that that sickness was not unto death. He told his disciples, "This sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God might be glorified thereby." So he wasn't perturbed. He wasn't. And I'm very sure that your situation is not unto death. And I'm very sure that whatever it is that you are going through will not remain the way it is, but it is going to change to the glory of God. So believe. Do not lose hope. Don't give up. Don't give up. It is not over. Keep trusting God. That time frame, Jesus, Lazarus' sisters, Mary and Martha, invited Jesus, called on him to come and heal Lazarus. So you would have said that when Jesus got there, it was too late, and it showed in the way that they reacted, in the way that they spoke to him. If only you had been here, my brother wouldn't have died. So kind of like, now it's late, he's dead. I called you a few days ago, you didn't come, now he's dead. I'm sure if you had been here, he wouldn't have died. But Jesus still did what he had to do to the glory of God. So I just want to say that your situation is also to the glory of God. So when you get your testimony, when you get that which you have been waiting for, please share your testimony so that the name of the Lord be glorified. Tell people that only God could have done this. God came to my rescue. God did this for me, so that people will know how great our God is. So do not box God. Do not put a full stop where God has not put a full stop, because in Lazarus' case, he didn't put a full stop. He knew it wasn't going to be the end. That death wasn't going to be the end for Lazarus. So I want you to know that it's not over. It's not over. Okay? Keep trusting God. Let me read a few verses before I go. I'm going to read something from Ecclesiastes 3, verse 11. Ecclesiastes 3, verse 11. I'm going to read just the first part. Basically the first line. He says, he has made everything beautiful in his time. And I really want to emphasize the in his time part. It's interesting because sometimes when you're waiting on God for something, we have a time. We are like, God, I want you to answer me within this time frame. And when it doesn't happen, we are kind of disappointed. But you also have to understand that God has a plan and a purpose for your life. And there are some things that he wouldn't give you until it is time for it. And that time is his time, not your time. Sometimes some of the answers that we want, we are not ready for them. Or sometimes God will intentionally delay it because he wants to give you a bigger testimony. So I want you to know that he will make everything beautiful. And this is going to be your phrase. This is going to be what you say. Your declaration will be that he has made everything beautiful in his time. I'm also going to read from Habakkuk 2, verse 3. Habakkuk 2, verse 3. He says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So it won't be long. It won't be long, and you're going to receive your testimony. This is the message that I had for you today. I don't know who this is for. If this is for you and you were encouraged by it, let me know in the comment section. But I also want to encourage you to share this with someone. You never know who needs to hear this, who is already giving up on God, who already feels disappointed, like God did not answer me when I wanted him to. Maybe it's sickness. Maybe now you even went to the hospital and they told you your case has become worse. So now there's nothing we can do about it. I want you to know that even if the doctor said it is not possible, with God, nothing shall be impossible. Nothing is impossible with God. Just activate your faith, okay? Maybe it's not sickness. Maybe it's something, but it has become worse. It has progressed from where it was to another level, and you feel so helpless. Take it to God, because you don't need to fix it by yourself. Take it to the Lord in prayer, and he will come through for you. God will come through for you. So please share this with someone. Let them hear this word. Share it to your WhatsApp status. Share it on your Facebook wall. Share it with a friend. Never know who needs to hear this. So if you haven't yet joined my YouTube family for messages like this, join today before you leave by clicking on the subscribe button, and right beside the subscribe button you would see a notification bell. There's a bell there. click on that bell as well so that you get to be notified anytime I post new videos. So thank you so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. It helps others see the video as well. And I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye for now.